perimeter, which is 1 dimension, area, which is 2 dimensions, and now we'll go 3-dimensional with volume. So volume is the measure of space occupied by a solid. So 2 formulas, just 2 different shapes we'll deal with here. One is the rectangular prism, and you can think of this just as a box. It may be a cube, in which case it's a square box, or it could be very tall, or it could be very wide, anything like that. But rectangular prism is the official name. And for that one, the volume is equal to length times width times height. Or some people say length, height, and depth, or different things like that. But the point is, you got 3 different dimensions. Got the length, the width, and the height. A cylinder is basically a circle that's just changed into a 3D shape. I think of it almost like Pringles. Now I know a single Pringle is curved, but just the way they stack on each other so neatly and make one solid tower, it's almost like a bunch of CDs or other round objects are all placed on top of each other to make a cylinder. The formula for cylinder is pi r squared times h. Because basically you find the area of the base, pi r squared, then you just multiply by the height to get the full volume, full space it's going to take up. So on number 1, this is a rectangular prism. And so we use the formula length times width times height. So all you have to do is multiply 4 times 2 times 3. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. And just like we did squared, because it's 2 dimensions for area, we'll cube the units because it's 3-dimensional for volume. Number 2, we'll do length times width times height. So 6 times 8 times 7. And when you multiply all those together, you get 336 cubic centimeters. So make sure, just like you put squared with area, you put cubic or a cubed with the units for volume. Okay, now we're doing the cylinders. So remember, the cylinder formula is pi r squared h. So on this one, the radius is 4. So I do pi times 4 squared times the height, which is this 12. So in my calculator, what I would do is I would just go ahead and do 4 squared, get 16, times 12 times 3.14. So this cylinder has a volume of 602.88 cubic meters. Or one other way you could write it, you can leave it in terms of pi. You could do 4 squared times 12 and just say 192 times pi cubic meters. So again, both of these answers are good. Okay, last one. The only difference between 3 and 4 is in number 3, they gave us the radius. In number 4, they've given us the diameter. So if the diameter is 12 meters, the radius is half that, which means it's 6 meters. So we will do that the volume of the cylinder is pi times 6 squared times the height, which is 20. So again, personally in my calculator, I would probably go and do the squared first. So 6 squared times 20. So you could write 720 pi cubic meters. Or you can go ahead and multiply the 720 by pi and get 2260.8 cubic meters.